I'm Dee.
And I'm Chelsea.
And this is Postpartum Uncut, the channel that is a safe space for us to talk about all things postpartum, the cute, the not so cute, and the weird. What are we talking about today, Chelsea?
Pumping and everything that comes along with it. So just all pumping everything.
All pumping everything. Before we talk about pumping,
dun, dun, dun.
We have to talk about this mocktail. This is the mocktail of the week from our flight of the month. Chelsea, what is this one called?
So this one right here is the Strawberry Basil Refresher.
So pretty.
Look at that, guys.
Do you see how pretty that is?
So we picked this one because, hey, who doesn't like a refresher? I'm always at Starbucks. She's always at Starbucks. So we wanted to create like a homemade refresher. And we love strawberries. So there we go.
There is a candy that this tastes like. What is this candy? So this is yummy. If you want to learn how to make any of Chelsea's delicious mocktails, make sure you tune in every Thursday for Thirsty Thursdays, where we host our flight of the month. Okay?
Hey guys, this is the nifty Medela breast milk storage system. I found this very helpful during my pregnancy and also to just postpartum and storing milk and all this, just because it has a lot of cool features. So first off, here's what the bottles look like. So it's easily labeled with the ounces, 1 through 5. And then if you're a milliliters person, on the other side, it shows what it is in milliliters. Another cool feature about this bottle is it helps you keep track of when you stored your milk or thawed your milk from the freezer. So the way this works is you just unscrew the top, pour your milk into the bottle, screw it on, and you'll feel it lock so it's not moving anymore. Then these little ticks here represent the time of day. So this is AM, this is noon, and then this one is PM. This pops up, bow, just like that. These letters here are the days of the week. So we have Monday, well, it starts with Sunday. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What you can do is, say you pumped Saturday morning. I would click it all the way over to Saturday, put it on the AM tick, and then lock it down. So that way you know when you pumped it, the day of the week, and what time of day you pumped it. Because we all know that breast milk does expire, and so you want to know when you pumped it or thawed it out. As far as storage of the containers, there's 2 arrows on here. This is your in arrow and this is your out arrow. Excuse my labeling. So when you put it in here, you start from this side and go on around so that we know this is the milk that needs to be used first. And you do that for the rest of them. Just pretending that I'm filling it up. And so this is the freshest milk that has been pumped or thawed, so we know this needs to be used last because this is the in arrow, and this needs to be used immediately because this is the out arrow. This goes in the refrigerator, kind of helps everything stay in place. And this is that nifty container. All right, guys, moving on to another Medela product that we really liked a lot. So these are the Medela freezer storage bags. I mean, you could also put these in the refrigerator, but they're just extra nifty for the freezer because of like the height. The texture of it is very malleable. It's just cool to use. So pretty much the same concept. There is a perforated line here You see the little scissors. You can cut along this line, or you can rip it from the side over here. Once you rip that off, it's just kind of like any bag. It opens here at the grip point, and then you're able to pour your milk in from whatever breast pumping device that you have. And then once again, they're really good about using either labels. You have the ounces over here, mils over here. And I do just want to point out, like it says, approximate. Because sometimes I'll put in 6, what looks like 6, but it really ended up being like 5. And I'm thinking I had 6 in there. So don't go directly by this. It's just kind of a roundabout tool. Other than that, once you put it in here, you can definitely freeze it. You can thaw these bags out. And then this little nifty label up here is cool because once again, we need to know when we put something in there, because even in the freezer, breast milk does have an expiration. So you can put, and the name part is really cool too, especially I learned this as a NICU mom. Your milk can easily get mixed up with other babies' milks. So it's nice to put your baby's name on there or your name on there and the last name. That way we know, hey, this is the correct milk to give. You can put the name on there if you're in that situation where you need to. And then everybody needs to put the date. And I even put the time on there specifically, like 1:30 p.m. or for my healthcare professionals, 1:30 in the morning. And then put the amount, once again, like I said, because this isn't the most accurate, but if you wrote 7 ounces up here, you know how much exactly is in the bag. And the Sharpie works great, doesn't smudge. And this really does lock it into place. I don't think I've ever had a bag spill on me. And this is a nifty tool to use for storing breast milk. All right, guys, last but not least, this is another Medela breast milk storage container. I didn't really use these as much just because my milk production was so high that it was just like overflowing like a couple minutes in. But these are nifty for smaller quantities, and then if you don't want to freeze it, because I wouldn't recommend freezing this. I don't know if you can. I don't know, this I don't think you're supposed to with this type of plastic. I never tried it, so you didn't get that from me. But once again, Medela sticks with their theme of ounces over here, mils over there. This one goes up to 80, looks like. It's a screw off top, so it's easy to pour your breast milk in there, and then it does screw on. It does pretty good with locking into place as well, but I do think the other ones lock a little bit better. Unfortunately, these don't have the fancy day of the week, blah, blah, blah on it, but they do have a side over here where you can use a dry erase marker to write on here. I can't vouch for that either because I never tried it, so I don't know how well it comes off. But also, too, for the NICU mamas out there, you can easily just put your baby's label on there and then make sure all the information is correct, and then hand it to the team that stores the milk. And it's pretty much how you use this one as well. Also, too, another nifty feature of this, and this is only for certain products. I'm assuming certain Medela products do this. I'm not sure about other ones, but this part right here actually screws on to the bottom of some of the breast milk pumps. So you just screw it onto the bottom. Here's your pump, and it just holds it in place like that, and the milk flows directly into there. Just beware, if you have one of those compatible with this, you need to be on the lookout of when it's about to get full, because it will overflow on you, because that happened to me in the hospital. So yeah, that's just another nifty feature. But yeah, if you have larger quantities, you're probably gonna have to swap these out like 3, 4, 5 times. All right, guys, now we're gonna talk about something that people don't think about until it's right up on them and it's time to go. But if you're pumping and you're on vacation and you need to keep up with your pump regimen on vacation, what do? So on Amazon, I found this nifty portable kind of like washing pump on the go kit. So it just pops open on the side there, and then voila. Here's pretty much everything you need in a small bundle. So over here, we have drying racks that just pop up and stay in place. So once you washer pump parts, and even honestly for your babies, the bottle can go on these racks too. It just air dries. So you have a big brush. You have your small brush. You have a smaller pipe cleaner. And then this right here is your, I usually say soap dispenser, and I just fill mine with Dreft cleaning solution for bottles and dishes and all of that. And then you're ready to go. And then another thing too, when you're on vacation, you need to kind of check your spot out to see if you have a freezer or a refrigerator to store your breast milk while you're out of town. And then it's also good for traveling back. I always use dry ice packs because you can pack them super flat, and then it's easy to wet them, put them in the freezer, and then you can put them in an insulated lunchbox and put all your milk in there, travel back with it. I always check my milk so I don't have to worry about it on a plane, accidentally spilling or anything. And then my milk actually stayed frozen. I had a 4.5-hour flight, and it stayed frozen the entire time. When I got back, it still was frozen. So it definitely does work with the dry ice packs. And this just breaks down. You can put everything back in place. There you go. Guys, so I want to talk to you about the Mama Cozy microwave steam sterilizer bags. These are really nifty for moms that pump, because now you do have to read your manual on your specific pump, but certain breast pump parts can go into this bag, and then you can sterilize it in the microwave, and it steams it and kills the germs. So instead of having to scrub everything, hope you cleaned it well, these bags basically, I mean, you still have to wash it, but these bags basically are responsible for killing all the germs. So here is what an actual bag looks like. So just to go over a few things on the bag, this is your vent. So I'll actually open this up here. So when you open it up, this does kind of come apart here, so it'll kind of sit up, and it looks better once there's water and actual breast parts in here. But it sits up like this. Once you have the water in there and you've put it in the microwave and it's done, this is your port. So all of the steam is gonna come out of here, which means you wanna grab it on this side. And it has a nifty finger there that says hold here. Because if you grab it here, you will burn yourself. Also, other things about the bag, each time you put it in the microwave, it counts as a use. And this bag is good for 20 uses. So they have 1 through 20 for you, so that you can grab a Sharpie and mark off each time you use your bag. So that way it's easy to keep up with how many times it's been used. On the back, there is a nifty set of instructions with pictures to let you know how much water to put in here, you know, how to grab the package you're taking it out, how long you need to microwave it, all that jazz. So I won't read that and bore you, but this is very helpful because, let's be real, if you don't know, you're about to find out. Cleaning breast pump parts, yeah, it's worrisome. It's definitely stressful. So this definitely alleviates some of the burden from you. Hey guys, now it's time to talk about pumps. This is one of our favorite portable pumps. This is by Mom Cozy. This is a great brand, highly recommended. I hear a lot of great reviews about them in general. They have a lot of different models out there for the portable pump. This is one that I chose to buy. I got this at Target specifically, and I want to say it maybe was about $120-ish, $130 dollars. So not too bad, especially considering that it's portable and all the features that it has. So you're like, how do you control a portable pump? So each of the pumps had its own, I guess, control setting device that sits on top of the pump. So you can turn it on. You can kind of adjust things with these buttons here. And then, like I said, each pump controls each part separately. So you have one for the left, one for the right. This particular one does not have a timer to let you know how long you've been pumping. Some other models do, just not this one. But this one does shut off after 30 minutes. So it won't let you go over that without you manually hitting the button to start it again. So this just kind of fits into these devices, just like a 2-part breast pump piece that goes on your boob. And then this right here is what helps lock the pump into place. And then it just clicks on there. And then you pump away. You pop this bad boy back off. And so then you do have a hole here. So I do want you guys to be aware of that, because I had a habit of taking it off and sitting it down like this, and then all my milk was like running out of the hole. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, just remember, you do have a hole there. So you could pour it out of there if you want, but it's going to take forever. So I actually just like to pop this back piece off. All my milk is here. And then same thing with this, like I just said, the hole is there. So what I do, I just put my finger there. So remember, once you turn it on the side to take this off, immediately put your finger there, pop it off, and then you can pour it into one of those nifty devices we showed you earlier. And that's how you use the portable device. This is great for on the go, on the way to the gym. I'm a nurse, and we have a lot of charting to do. So I would slip into the bathroom, put this on, go back outside to the computer, do my charting, and then go back and take it off. That way I didn't have to leave the floor to pump, because it's kind of hard to get away depending on your job to pump. But yeah, even in a car ride, you can pump. Have like a insulated storage bag. And then from there, you can just use it anywhere. You can be vacuuming, doing whatever at home. So it's very nifty. You guys should try it out, and it definitely is worth the money.
So that was like a little sneak peek at what some pump machines look like, what kind of accessories you can go with. I really wish I would have known about those microwave bags before I came home. I was cleaning my pump parts. Like, I stood at the sink a lot. So when I said I was like cleaning all the time, that was partially what was going on. I'm trying to make sure my pump parts were sterile. Yeah. So there's always pros and cons to everything, right? There's things that we really like about pumping, and there's things that we don't. Chelsea, what were your pros and cons?
I think for sure a pro for me was being able to pump allowed us to make bottles so that dad could be involved in the feeding time with baby girl, and that allowed them to have a bond. Yeah. And it took a lot of pressure off me, because I wasn't relied upon literally every 3 hours to have to get up and pump. I mean, not pump, but get up and breastfeed, because obviously the dad can't breastfeed. So if you're strictly breastfeeding, it's gonna fall on the mom, because he just anatomically cannot do that. Right. So I definitely like that. Like I said, it created a bonding experience, and it allowed dad to kind of give me a break when I was tired. I also liked breastfeeding as well, because, well, I like pumping as well, because it still allowed me to breastfeed and give her like the breast milk without having to worry about, is she gonna latch? Is she gonna do this? Is she gonna do that? How much is she getting? I knew how much she was getting because I was pumping, and I could see the volume, and I knew exactly what she was intaking. Right. Because sometimes I feel like when you breastfeed, it's a guessing game. Like, is she full? Did she get it all? Right. How much is she really at right now? Like, how do you really know?
I had a very not great first experience with latching and breastfeeding when we got in the hospital. So it took me for my nipple to heal before I was even gonna let Baby Shark touch me again. It's a commitment for sure. Breastfeeding in general is not for the weak. Pumping definitely ain't. So like for me, it was just like the constant schedule, like that never lined up with my day. That wasn't my vibe.
It's like piggybacking off of the schedule, because if you don't keep up with your schedule, then you have clogged ducts. And
Which
those
is
are
not fun.
painful.
And I learned that the hard way trying to be a Sag. I said, oh, and then I really was sick. I was in bed all day, but I didn't pump. And I did not realize what that meant. Pumping is really a good way for people who do want to breastfeed but like cannot physically or will not physically latch. It's a great tool. When I did get the hang of pumping, hands-free pump all day, because the plug-in one, while it may have better suction a lot of the time, I didn't really necessarily see that big of a difference with me. So I loved my hands-free because it made me stay on my schedule more.
Just make sure you charge it.
Yeah, make sure you charge it. Like with anything that you're in the middle of using and you don't charge it, it is extremely disappointing to think that you're gonna walk around, do laundry, do this and do that, and then it's like, wah, 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 and oh, okay, we got 0.2 ounces before we, all right, now I gotta sit down, plug into the wall.
Yeah.
That made it more of a chore for me. It's like sitting still. Again, I don't sit still. I had a little spreadsheet I had each month. It got real. There's apps for that, I've learned, but I'm a spreadsheet queen. It was perfect. So it was showing me what I was pumping. But then I got obsessed. It became very stressful, and I eventually ended my breastfeeding journey.
Some pumps actually connect to an app that keeps that data for you too. Yeah, some breast pumps have an app, and like the app will tell you your stats. And
so you don't even have to enter the data. This is exactly what I was telling her. I didn't know about the microwave bags either. This is why we talk, y'all. Because had I known about those bags, had I known that there was something to record this stuff for me.
But you have to have, like, it has to be a specific pump. Like, you can't just get an app for any
That's
pump.
fine.
Like, it's a pump with
I will buy whatever I need to buy. You know me, the gadgets.
Yes.
Make my life easier. Work smarter, not harder. So, like, everything about my experience would have been different had I known certain things, or had I found out about certain advancements in technology. So that's essentially what we're here for, guys. It's this like, nuh-uh moment, whatever that may be for you. So we appreciate y'all. In the comments, why don't you guys drop your favorite pumps? Drop the links. If there's an Amazon link, we're totally here for it. I'm going to add it to a wish list, but drop your favorite pump, or drop the pump you used and tell us why you didn't love it or what you wish would have been different about it. Do that for us, okay?
See y'all.
Bye.